really. So about this Monday morning quarterbacking. Yes, Baltimore looks really good. Yes, Miami looks really good. But I got to bring us back to college football because I watched Alabama. I watched Georgia. Georgia's number one. I think Alabama's number three. I watched Tennessee, and I watched Colorado. None of their quarterbacks, I've yet to see Caleb now. I haven't seen USC quarterback, and he's thought to be the best, is what everybody's saying. Caleb is the best. I haven't seen him yet. But everybody else, Georgia's quarterback, can't touch Shedeur. What's his name? Alabama's quarterback, they need a quarterback. Alabama don't even have a quarterback, so we know they have quarterback problems. Tennessee, I'm telling you, Sanders might be the best quarterback in college football this year. I mean,
okay.
Look, here's a young man that was down by 11 with 2 minutes to go in college football. We're not talking about a pro. You know, a pro says, I got this all day long. You know what I'm saying? I looked over at my wife and I said, she's like, oh my God. I said, you know what? I'm not saying, oh my God. What I'm going to say is, I'm so happy that Shedeur has an opportunity to prove how great a quarterback he is, because everybody's looking at his skills saying his dad is good. His dad is good. He's all talk. He ain't this. And then when they're watching him, if you just listen to the game, because I recorded it and rewatched it, and you listen to the commentators, they're writing him off. He was truly tested this week, and he didn't dare. They rushed him, got pressure on him, and we all see how he reacted. And then with 2 minutes left, with one of his star receivers out of the game,
true,
he marched 98 yards, okay?
True.
And then went for two and made it look easy. True. And then I knew, I looked at my wife and said, no way they win in overtime. Overtime is a battle of quarterbacks. They get the ball on the 25-yard line, you just got to score. Then I love what Deion said. Deion said, I didn't want to give them. In most colleges, they give the ball up first so that the other team can see what they need to do. Deion said, no, we're going to put pressure on them. We know what you can do. You go out there and do it and make them have to respond. And just in pure quarterback fashion, this young man went out there and scored and did everything exactly right. No problems. Every time they got backed up, I said, I'm not worried about them backing up. You have to score here. This is no, like, this game, it doesn't matter. It's whatever it is in the goal. It doesn't matter if it's 50 in the goal. There are no first, well, there is one first down. But for the most part, this game is played by scoring a touchdown. So I knew he would be looking for the end zone. So going back 5 yards didn't bother me. But then to watch him after the game, the young man said, they asked what was going through his mind with 2 minutes left. And he said, it's Brady time. You left me with too much time on the clock. I'm about to get this one. And then he went out and got it. And I said, you know what? That's really what he said, because I was using it as a teaching moment for my children to say that, look, you can't give up with 2 minutes left. If he is a star quarterback, if this is what star quarterbacks are made of, this is what determines whether or not you're a star or not. It's how you perform under pressure. And see, this wasn't pressure. This is like a Kobe Bryant moment. What happens is this. All the greats say this. Give me the ball with an opportunity to win, and that's what I do.
That's right.
All I need the team to do.
Isn't that what you dream about as a kid? And you in the backyard?
Let me
5, 4, 3, 2, bang.
I told my kids this. I said, you know, when I played basketball, I couldn't wait for a moment where the score is tied and I'm on the free throw line. I make those. That's what players do. Like, if you consider yourself to be a dope basketball player, then you want the ball or you want the ball for the final shot, for the win. Like, that's what you live for. And so a quarterback wants the ball in his hands with an opportunity to show his greatness. Show him what the 5%ers say, show and prove. So he had to show that he was great and prove. He had to show it and prove it.
That's
and I think he went above and beyond and showed it and proved it, and then carried himself at a level of maturity that far exceeds most athletes. Because this is what they did. And we'll get to this later, but they played the whole game. The other team, in my estimation, played the game dirty. They were taking cheap shots the whole game. I mean, the entire game. So I have no respect for Jay Norvell because he's supposed to be an African-American coach. Now, I gave him a pass on the sunglasses because I said everybody's looking for something to take a shot at them. The reason why I wouldn't have used the sunglass statement is because I thought that's typically what white people say about black people. Doesn't bother me. I'm saying it's all in jest. If that's what you're trying to do to get your team amped up, that's a fair target. Go ahead and use that. Deion's a big boy. He can handle it. The problem I have is when your players come out and start taking cheap shots and then you condone it. Absolutely, he condoned it. You know why he condoned it? Because if he didn't condone it, he would have removed the players from the lineup. Even if it was for one play. I know you're trying to win, but you just took a cheap shot on Travis Hunter. After the whistle, he's out of bounds, and he had no protection. And did the coach remove him from the game? No. He didn't.
The officials didn't either.
The officials certainly should have, but as a coach, this is college football. This is Doug Evans' son is trying to go pro. He's not out here trying to get hurt in a rivalry to death. See, two things that Deion and his team didn't realize. They didn't realize this was a college rivalry. See, Deion and them, their rivalry played out on TV. It's Miami, the Hurricanes, Florida State. They're just playing. You know, it's getting rough, but no one in Deion's era, or there were people, but Deion wasn't one of them, that took cheap shots. Deion played the game at a level of excellence that far exceeds most players. But his team did also. So as a coach, when you do something, when you have a rivalry game, which he didn't have one, and he didn't understand the culture, that's like all hats are off. We get to do anything. And that's how they played the game. They was grabbing face masks. They were hitting after the shot. They was hitting linebackers after the play blow was blown dead, even in overtime. That's how you knew that they have a culture of dirty football. Even in overtime, the black dude who finally got to Shedeur hit him with the helmet to helmet and then slammed him to the ground and landed on top of him. 1980, great football. 2023, everything was done wrong. There's no helmet to helmet. There's no wrapping the player up. There's no falling on him, the quarterback, afterwards when he has no way to protect himself. So he took the weight of the whole player. Did he jump up and fight after that? No, sir. He got up and went back to the line like, we playing now. Like, that shows you that he is really about his business. He got up and said, you know what he did? He said, we playing street ball. That's what happens when you go out and you playing basketball and you get to the other team and the ref doesn't blow any whistles. In your mind, you say, we're playing street ball now. You know, when you get hit like that, that's when it's Pecan Acres against the Third Ward. You know, all that refereeing stuff. We ain't got time for that. Play the game. You know what they say? Play the game. Play the game. Get up. You know, and that's what you have to do. So he showed composure by not allowing any of that to get to him. He showed that he had more than just one receiver. It showed, and Deion called it resilience. The team had several opportunities to quit, and they never did. So I'm going to go out here on a limb. I know Vegas has Oregon favored by 23.
Ooh.
Wait, Vegas also had Colorado favored by 20. Okay, so you see how that went. They also had TCU favored by 3. So I'm going to go on a limb and say I don't have to listen to Vegas. If I was betting with Vegas, I lost every college game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on a limb and say that Deion wins this game. Oregon, because Oregon is accustomed to putting up 60 points. But if we make it an offensive game, I take Shedeur all day long. I take Saunders as my quarterback. And yes, they're saying that the defensive line is not going to have nothing